Are you a leader? And what does that actually mean? That is what we are here to talk about today. And first off, tell me if you're here. Comment, give me an emoji, let me know so I'm not just chatting to myself. I will always come back to these messages. The reason I'm doing this topic today is I was a keynote speaker at an event last week. And one of the questions I asked the audience was, are you excited about your businesses? And the hand shot up really fast. Yeah, everyone in the audience was excited about their business. The next question was, do you have really exciting as well as slightly scary goals and visions of your business? And again, a majority hands shot up. And then I asked, are you a leader? And people kind of like looked around the room to see what everyone else was doing, but there was massive hesitation. And there was a couple of hands that went up. And it made me think, was it that they were doing that because they didn't want to blow their own trumpet? That's a whole nother video. Let me know if you want to hear about that one, about being a leader. Or was it the fact they genuinely don't feel like they are? And that is why I wanted to do this video, to really clear up. Because if you Google leader or leadership, billions and billions of different definitions or how to be a good leader all comes up. So much information. And I spent 20 years in the corporate world working with leaders of global organizations, or the potential talent pipeline of people coming through wanting to be leaders. And it was all about leading the business, running the business, being senior, hierarchical titles, CEO, director, senior partner, all of those titles, which is where people saw leadership. Yet, I have a different view of what leadership is. And that's why I wanted to share it with you today. What's your definition of leadership, out of interest? Put it in the comments of how you define leadership. Because a lot of people spend their entire lives focusing on work. Work, achieve, do more, try and earn more, try and get more of a reputation, try and get more reward, try and win awards. And it is all business based, which is one of the reasons why 88% of the UK is suffering from stress or burnout. But again, that's another video. Let me know if you want that one. Now, what happens is we put a majority of our time, effort, and energy into our work. And then we might have a little bit when we get home to give our kids a hug, maybe pat the dog, have a cuddle with a dog. We might even have a bit of energy to be nice to our other halves. Anyone relate to that? And then what happens is that, right, we want to be healthy. So we might go for a run, or we might go to the gym, we might play football or go play golf, whatever it is, something for our health. Or some people might go, okay, I'm into this whole thing of meditation. I'm going to go and sit and have 10 minutes guided meditation. And that's great. And then the last thing always comes self-care, looking after ourselves, having time to do whatever else we've got left in the tank to be able to do. And it's really evident that that is the order of things. Whereas actually, if you flip it, so instead of only focus on leading a business, leading the strategy of the business, looking at the numbers, the profitability, the cash flow, the balance sheet, the client portfolio, what industries we're going to go into next. Instead of looking at that, which is business leadership, people who have been on development programs will also know the importance of their team, because you are only as strong as the weakest player in your team. And therefore they learn how to motivate, how to help support the development of people in their team, potentially how to attract people in their team and how to retain them and keep them. They might do a little bit of development on that, which obviously helps the business and helps the business productivity and therefore profitability. But the key thing in leadership isn't leading the business or leading other people. Actually, the absolute crux of what we need to learn, what you need to learn, is leading yourself. And what do I mean by leading yourself? The self-management, the self-leadership. And what I mean by that is to be at your best, to reach your potential and therefore grow your business as much as it can be, you need to look at you. And that starts with looking in the mirror, putting the mirror up and saying, who am I? What is it I want? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my unique and incredible abilities? And how to use those. But it's also about your health and looking after your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Because unless you look after you, you are running your business with the brakes on, quite frankly. So you might be really successful right now. You might be doing a great job, but you could be even better if you look at self-leadership. The second one is your relationships. Your relationship with yourself is number one. Do you like yourself? Can you look in the mirror and go, yeah, you rock? The relationship with your significant other and your family, what is that like? Then it's the relationship with your team. Do you really understand your team? Do you really know what it is they want and their strengths? And it's not until you create a foundation of self-leadership, which is when everything else slots into place. And that is why I believe everybody is a leader. But it's a skill you need to learn to look after yourself. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, how to be at your best so that you can be healthy, so you can have incredible relationships and you can absolutely blow the targets off of your business, then come and join my Success Triangle Masterclass, which I am running to help leaders to get the foundations right so that they really can lead themselves, their teams, and their business. Message me now if you want more detail.